Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're tackling the challenge. Where do you place utensils and cutleries within our food images to create better impact and make it make more sense? So we're going to get into all this. We're going to talk a little bit on the place settings, but did you know cutlery? Yes, cutlery has its own language. Let's go talk to a fork and get the down and dirty on the language of cutlery. Okay, obviously that fork wasn't very helpful. Maybe this one will be better. Now, I'm not going to get into the actual place settings. You can go on the web and find out all the information of where the spoons go, where the forks go, all that wonderful stuff. There's lots of diagrams on there for the formal to informal. Check it out. It'll help you set it up. I'm more interested in having the utensil, the cutlery, into the food or with the food up close to give it that bit of extra impact. Now, I did talk about the language of cutlery, and that's more for when you finish the meal. So your plate's partially eaten or fully eaten. How you put the utensils down on the plate tells a story to the server or your host of what you thought of the meal, whether you want the next plate or whether you're finished. I mean, check this out. That little diagram just kind of shows you the language. We're not going to really be dealing with that. As I say, we're going to get into placing it with the food to give it more impact. Let's get into this. Let's stop babbling. Let me show you up close and personal how we do it. Now let's do the setting as you are sitting facing it. So we place the fork so the handle is facing towards you, so you just want to reach in and grab that fork so you can start digging into that dish. We can group utensils and cutlery in that together. Here I'm going to lay a knife and I'm going to cross over a fork with it so that they're not alone, and it creates an interesting impact to the image. Now let's add our cutlery in the direction of our composition. So we carefully balance and we have that line going on that follows our composition. Now let's play peekaboo and just have our cutlery peeking into the corner of our scene just to give a hint that the cutlery is there. Now let's do a table for two. It'll be like the first image where we've got the fork where it's pointed towards us. Now the person needs their fork pointed in their direction. That completes it. That balances our image. I think that has a great impact. Now let's have a bit of fun and do a parallel. So the fork's coming this way, coming that way, and it creates that parallel effect with the plates rotated slightly. What happens if we still play with parallel, but now we go perpendicular? So we put this one on this angle, this one on this angle, and you got this kind of happening. You still want to reach in and grab those forks, and it creates impact with the image. I think that looks gorgeous. Well, there you have it, about 7 different ways of using utensils within your food photography. And you can see by making minor changes how it impacts the image and how it changes it up dramatically. Now, did I say impact a lot within this video? Well, yes, I did, because that is the name of the game. We want to create dramatic impact with our images. We want to up our game. We want the viewer to be really enticed by our food photography and want to reach right in and tuck into that food. So that is what this is all about. So you can see different ways of setting your cutlery up to create some great impact. Now I got to tell you, that food was absolutely delicious. Dishes are done. There's nothing left but the cleaning up. But before we go, I want to let you about another video that I'm going to be creating. And yes, it's going to be on cutlery and utensils again. And you're going to say, well, what else can we do? One of the biggest nemesis within cutlery and food photography is shiny cutlery and reflections and hot spots. So that's what that video is going to be all about. How to handle those hot spots and reflections, and how we can eliminate it and create better images by taking care of those little details. So look forward to that video up and coming. But that's it for this one. It was a tasty one. Remember, keep an eye out for that video. It'll be a hot one. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new videos like this. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. So until the next time.